All right. Many of us weren't born yet, or were quite young when D-Day occurred. But I suspect that many of us heard stories from our parents and grandparents. Leon, could you share stories perhaps that you heard about World War II from your parents or grandparents?
Tabletop master, Toastmaster, and fellow Toastmaster members. That entire war and that event holds a great deal of interest for me. My poor wife puts up with my constantly watching World War II movies. Recently, I watched the following, an introduction of a speech, and let me imitate. The speaker was Adolf Hitler standing on the stage at Nuremberg. And recently I watched a movie about a Jewish music lover who absolutely adored Wagner. Now, Richard Wagner, if you're not aware, is one of the greatest composers in musical history whom Hitler fell in love with. And he loved he loved Wagner. And it shows him showing up to this theater that Hitler had built in order to produce Wagnerian music. And he went to that theater to listen to Wagner, to not allow Hitler to ruin his love for that music. Now that, my friends, is totally off the subject I used to speak on. And I do have one particular experience on D-Day. I was 3 years old. My father, whose integrity surpasses anybody I have ever known, about that time, even though he had a full military deferment because he was building ships in the Bremerton shipyards, was sent a draft notice because his supervisor forgot to send in his deferment. My father could have been deferred. My mother begged for him to take his deferment. He said, "I will not do that. Other men have been drafted, and I will serve." And I still admire that integrity of my father more than you'll ever know. Thank you.